Attorney at Law Anslem Clouden is of the view that as a tourist destination, not enough is done in Grenada's context to guard against the coronavirus should it reach the state. With the first case of the virus in the region recorded in the Dominican Republic, Clouden believes Grenada does not have the necessary resources to deal with the virus.
My respectful view that Grenada has not been doing enough to, as it were, address the possibility of an outbreak of the coronavirus here in Grenada. Calling on the government to come forthright with the people of Grenada. They must advise us as to the ability to quarantine persons who have come in from capitals where the virus is raging. We must have the ability to test and quarantine. We do not have the proper hospital facility for hospitalization. We do not have the appropriate beds and facility, if quarantined, to contain the movement of these people.
In a recent post-cabinet meeting, Minister for Health Nicholas Steele said Grenada is prepared and a number of measures are in place to deal with the infected cases. However, Clouden says during CARICOM Heads of Government meeting on the weekend, World Health Organization and PAHO representative announced that Grenada was not on the list of countries that are prepared to deal with a possible outbreak.
Grenada was not identified as one of the countries listed as being prepared to deal with a possible outbreak of the virus here. Comments with respect to this by PAHO representatives and the World Health Organization representative. Therefore, there seemed to be a cloud of secrecy as to exactly what CARICOM proposes to do in order to test visitors who come in.
Clouden is suggesting that as a precautionary measure against COVID-19, the arrival of cruise ships should be put on hold until the situation is under control.
Do we have the capacity on our port where the tourist ship comes in the event that a particular tourist feels ill, reports that feeling? Do we have the capacity to test him and test 2,000 passengers on the ship to determine whether any of them have contracted the virus and therefore must be quarantined? We have the testing capacity. We have the quarantining capacity. We can't use the idea of they could be quarantined on the ship. They have to be quarantined on the land. And you have 2,000 tourists. Where Grenada getting that facility? So don't you think it's better to close it down for a while until this thing abates, rather than put the country in jeopardy?
Christina John, GBN News.